Hello guys, this is Sniper Elite V2 Remastered, Sniper Elite difficulty walkthrough. The name of this mission is Convoy, I'm going to call it, because I'm not even going to try and pronounce the that first word, because I'll just butcher it. But here we go guys, after the prologue, this is where it's the real walkthrough, I would say. So let me just start by talking about Sniper Elite, I guess. This is a series that, wow, I never know where I stand with this one. It's one of my definitely favourite franchises. It has so many flaws in how it works. It's by no means a perfect game. It's a stretch to even call, particularly this one, a great game. Yeah, I have so many amazing memories attached to it, and I absolutely love it. I think it's one of those games that, despite its flaws, it has so much charm, and it has enough going for it with that charm that it kind of just rides itself through to the very end, and you're able to have, honestly, a lot of fun with this if you're willing to put up with some of the, bullshit in the game. As I passed up a glorious chance for a double headshot. I'm not sure why that didn't register, unfortunately. Don't make my mistake. Please get a double headshot there. It's a very easy trophy that you should always get. It's a fascinating franchise despite all its flaws. I absolutely love it, particularly this one. And they've only just got better and better with 3 and 4. But before I carry on with any tangents, I'll talk about some things with this difficulty. So, Sniper Elite difficulty. What do you need to know? For the most part, it's quite the change from Marksman and Cadet. If you went through the game normally on Marksman, you'll know the only thing you had to worry about was bullet drop. And as long as you had enough air in your lungs by, making sure Carl's not running about everywhere, you could hold your breath and the game would give you a nice handy red diamond, show you where your bullet's going to go. And you could also target enemies, which was particularly useful for snipers. So with Sniper Elite, you lose all of that. And you also now have wind thrown into the mix. And this is displayed when I aim down my rifle with that little bar at the top. And depending on how far the white little blob is on that line, to the left or right, will tell you how much wind's in play. This will be a brilliant chance for me to talk about it when I go to snipe this guy. My main recommendation here is, guys, snipers are your biggest threat in Sniper Elite. As you can see, that white blob is quite a bit to the right, so that means I'm going to have to aim quite high up if we're far away and significantly to the left, because the bullet's obviously going to be moving towards the right. That's not a bad shot, so I just followed it up because it only staggered the guy. But as you can see, I was aiming quite up high here, but look at this. I only just take out his knee. I absolutely shatter it and absolutely ruin it. But with this mission, you're not going to need my help too much. You should be able to do this one. It's kind of basic for the most part, and that's not to insult anyone that's having trouble with it. It's just how the game is, and for someone who has played a lot of games, it's not too tricky. But as I was saying, guys, one of the things I'll say for this game and its difficulty, this game has a fantastic feature, and that is a custom difficulty. And if you're thinking about going into Sniper Elite but you're not sure, I highly recommend you do this. Because what you can essentially do is you can set enemy AI to Sniper Elite difficulty and the weapon ballistics to Sniper Elite difficulty. So you'll have the wind and the gravity, and the enemy's damage will be high. But what you can do is you can set assistance with your ballistics to full. So that will mean that you get that red diamond when you hold your breath. What this will do is you can practice. I would recommend practicing with this for maybe 20 minutes to an hour, depends on you. And this will give you a really good feel on how to adjust for wind and bullet drop itself. I certainly did it, and it helped me a lot, because what I will say with this game is a lot of the shots I pull off, it's hard for me to tell you how to replicate them, because a lot of it is just based on feel. And by no means, as I said in the prologue, a master at this game. It's just I've spent enough time with it to get used to it for the most part, and it's good when I miss, because I think it gives the player, you watching this, a sense that you can do it as well. Because if my bad shots can't, if my bad shooting can get me through this game on Sniper Elite, then you can do it as well. I have faith in you. Now, if you're wondering what I did just then, on the remaster, to do what I was doing there is to hold L2 went for aiming instead of L1. This will do your traditional third-person aiming reticle as opposed to aiming down the scope of your weapon. Now, I don't believe this features any bullet drop, so it's an incredibly powerful tool for taking out enemies at short to medium range with the sniper rifle, and it's something I'm going to use quite a lot in this playthrough. I also use this in conjunction with the third person cover trick, which is where I will put Carl behind a wall but my aiming reticle will be going through the wall, so to speak. I'm basically messing around with the trajectory and the camera, so basically I can shoot them, but they can't shoot me. You'll certainly see more of this in the mission after this one in the factory, because it's particularly useful there, because there's a lot more shorter engagements. But for this mission, as you can see, I'm not very good at this game at times, missing well rod shots. But what's interesting with this game is I believe this is the only Sniper Elite, barring the first one of course, which doesn't feature a co-op campaign. This is the only Sniper Elite where to get the Sniper Elite trophy difficulty, no, Sniper Elite difficulty trophy, that's the phrasing I wanted, and with the other two games which have a harder difficulty, you can do them co-op, but in this one you have to do it solo, and I thought they might have changed it for the remaster, but they didn't. If you were wondering what that crossfade was just then, I did die. I died twice here actually, which just goes to show that you can get caught out. So I like to throw a grenade on these two guys. Normally I'd like to take them both out, but we're going to have a sniper here. And we'll talk more in depth about the snipers in this game because they're kinda BS at times. I don't have a problem with the way the snipers can like hit you. The snipers do incredible damage. That's one thing you'll know pretty quick on Sniper Elite difficulty. I believe it's 2 shots from a sniper will kill you. The first one will put Carl to pretty much death, you know, a full white screen. The next shot will kill you. So when you're dealing with more than one sniper, you can very much get done in by them both if they catch you at the same time, if they're kind of synced up, which can make them quite a scary moment, and it leads to one of the most difficult moments in the game about 3/4 of the way through, where you can get it put down extremely quick if you're not careful. But my main bit of advice in situations like this where you've got two guys, you know, coming at you, Germans are starting to flank you, never panic in this game. You are very weak as Carl, but you have so many tools at your disposal and everything is for the most part in your favour that you generally always have a way of getting through this game without any difficulty. But for the most part, there's not too much need to add with this level. It is very simple, just follow the objectives. As you can see with the guide, it's only 13 minutes long, this mission, and my 2 deaths only put up to 15 minutes. So you shouldn't be stuck on this level too long. I wouldn't say there's some. I would say as well, if you can get past the mission after this, the second proper mission, you can do this game on Sniper Elite difficulty. You've got enough fortitude in you. There's a few difficulty spikes, like particularly difficult sections, which I'll talk about when we get there, but for the most part you should be able to do this and get that trophy, which is aptly called Sniper Elite. It's quite an easy trophy name, that one. I recommend what I'm doing here, guys, putting a few trip mines and land mines around there, because what I found doing this mission many times is that they will run out to that location and you'll get a few more points and cheeky kills in there. And I just want to talk about briefly something I really like in this game. As you'll see, I throw this grenade to take out these two guys. Now most other games would have this third German know exactly where you are, but I really appreciate this game's dedication to kind of giving you as much power as you need as a sniper. That guy didn't know where I was and it was a very easy kill for me. But we're going to go get to a vantage point now so we can take out this convoy that's coming. But as I was saying in the prologue, guys, pick the rifle that you are most comfortable with. I'll be rocking the Springfield, the Mosin Nagant and the Gewehr 43 because those are the ones that the game gives me, because I want this walkthrough to stand for those that don't have the remaster as well, just so it's got a bit more significance to it, I guess, if that's the right word. But I'll talk about this game a bit more. I mean, I remember this level in particular, I think I must have played about 100 times because the demo was this level. You got pretty much all of it until the tank showed up. And I think Sniper Elite V2 is such a fantastic game, and it came out at the right time. It came out in 2012, which was a notoriously slow year for video games. If I was to have my own personal video game of the year list, I don't think I'd have one for 2012. It was that bad a year. Oh, and watch this, by the way. What's very interesting in this game is snipers don't blow your cover. So that sniper shot me twice, but this guy didn't hear that for some reason. I'm not sure why it works this way. So you can have some sniper engagements while there's probably one German just patrolling past. It can lead to some funny moments, but we need to take him out. Thankfully he's going to turn his back on me, the sniper, for some bizarre reason, and it leads to me getting a nice, very easy kill. But look at this, I'm by no means a great shot. But as I was saying, guys, 2012 is a very slow year for games. And I say, I don't think I'd have a Game of the Year award. I honestly don't. you know, probably the best game I played that year was Black Ops 2, and I don't particularly like Black Ops 2 that much. Shock horror, I know, most people love that one, but I think it goes to show that it was a slow year for games, and I think that's why Sniper Elite V2 worked. It was just a fun action game with the X-ray kill cams, which were really set the game apart and define it as something else. I'm surprised I kept this in. I should have cut this, but never mind, it's in. I'm in the middle of a tangent now anyway. But the X-ray kill cams added a lot, you know, having the ability to shoot Hitler and stuff like that in a secret bonus mission. It all just added to a game that was a lot of fun and just kind of worked for people. You know, it was either that or play Resident Evil 6, so I think we know what most people were going to go for at the time. With this, I recommend taking out the armor truck at the start of this by shooting this explosive. I don't do it this time because I like to kill target we're after. Is it Creedle or something? I like to take him out with this explosion, and then we can get things kicking off straight away. But yeah, this game just worked, and then they released the third one in a similar year, which was also Drive for Video Games 2014. And they've just got so much better. Sniper Elite 4 is a quality product, deserves a lot of praise. They've improved the series massively. If I was ever to do a series retrospective video, because there's absolutely loads on YouTube about the best series. I mean, you could do retrospectives on the retrospectives of Resident Evils. There's that many and that old now. Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid, there's loads, and Devil May Cry, and so forth. I would love to do one for the Sniper Elite franchise. I think it's very fascinating. I think it's very much put Rebellion on the map. The people who developed this game were English based, or maybe British based, but they're on the map because of Sniper Elite. You know, and they've made some questionably poor games in their time. I've played most of the Rebellion games, but they're now, for an indie developer, they deserve a lot of respect for what they've created with this franchise. And I for one can't wait to see what Sniper Elite 5 brings us. But in regards to the end of this mission, just take out the enemies that are left, and then you can just head out the area. There's nothing too much here to worry about. Thankfully that tank parks up right next to the explosive you planted, so you don't need to go worrying about shooting its fuel tanks on the back, which can be quite tricky to hit on this difficulty, or at least for me they are. But yeah, it's a franchise that has very much taken my interest very highly. I always look to see what they're doing with the franchise, and I keep up with it best I can. Even the Zombie Army trilogy that they made, I've not played Zombie Army 4, which is a big shame. I really want to play that at some point. But incredible amounts of fun, and the fact that you can play like everything on them co-op definitely adds a lot, as I get a beautiful double kill there. But we're coming up to the end of this level, guys. All you got to do is search the target that you've taken out and escape up top there, and that's the first mission done. So nothing too tricky in these two missions that I've done so far. But I hope you're enjoying the guide, guys. Hope to see you for the next one, where we go to a factory, which is going to be a bit more tricky than this one, and the difficulty ramp up just that little bit more. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. You take care now.